Hey guys, I don't like this movie, and so I've just decided to film the video while I'm watching it. Actually, my glasses can be on. The reflection isn't that bad while I'm sitting here. Um, this movie sucks. I'm gonna use it to vent about just the structure of Disney movies in general and how that just sucks. I think this movie's a good example of that because this movie is really just a bunch of nothing. Like, it's from the perspective of dogs who, in the film, are an equal level of sentience to humans. So much to the point where they even have like points of dialogue where they speak with each other, as complained by me earlier. If you guys would like to see, here you go.
Hey, I know I said I wouldn't complain anymore, and I know I'm about to complain about talking animals. But there, I'm sorry, I'm halfway through, and he doesn't even talk. He barks at the chef. The tramp barks at the chef, and the chef, he just explains it away by saying, "He's a talking to me."
But yeah, it's like if you're going to, in film, show that humans have the capacity to speak with dogs and that dogs have the capacity to speak with humans, now it's almost like a choice every human in the film makes when they're talking to a dog or when they're interacting with a dog to not listen to it. Because every human, to an extent, unless maybe it's just Italians, but probably not, but every human to an extent can understand the dogs. And a lot of the conflict from this movie comes from the humans choosing, I guess, not to understand what the dogs are saying or what they're trying to convey to them. Because it's like the rat with the baby. First of all, a lot of the conflict is contrived and stupid. Like, it's one of those instances where I've talked about before. It kind of just happens. And it's like the part with the baby and the rat, that whole sequence didn't have to happen at all. It literally just happens as like a function of the movie. It's like it's just something that goes on. And that's like all of these movies that, at least that I've watched so far, they're just the sum of their parts. Because if you watch the movies, there's nothing going on. Often it's like some element or some bit of narrative will happen and it gets interesting, and as soon as you like get full interest in it, it'll build up to, more often than not, just a bunch of noise. Like, I've decided to capture some of the noise for you guys today, so I'm gonna pause it and play it here. But it's like legitimately just noise. Like, I would like, if you can comment what scene this noise is from, I'll pin your comment because it's literally just noise. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And it's like, yeah, you can argue that musicals are just like only the music. But I would argue that a good musical puts music in the narrative where it is necessary. But if there's no narrative and there's just music and story and they just interweave with each other, you end up getting this clunky mess of really a story about two terrible dogs just finding solace in each other being terrible. Because Lady is not a good dog. I don't think she's characterized as one, nor is Sorry, I had to delete Pokemon Go from my phone because I had too much storage. But what I was basically saying, also I talked through, oh, he didn't even die. Okay, never mind. Then I didn't talk to anything. Because nothing happens in this movie. That's what I was talking about. Nothing happens in these movies. Like, I thought I just talked through a dog, like a character's death. And nothing happens. He's fine. The end of this movie, everything just wraps up and it's fine. There's no conflict. Nothing happened. Like, zero things happen. A bunch of songs happen. They ate spaghetti and it's over, bro. This movie, it exists solely off of its iconography only. There's no substance. A lot of people try to argue, oh, Disney's more than just like its iconography and all of its characters and stuff. It's not. Have you seen these films? Like, there's nothing going on here. There's nothing of value going on here. Except, unfortunately, the Siamese cat song, which is racist. Thank you. I'm done talking about it. I'm I'm done. This movie sucked. Okay, since this is technically like the second in between, like during the movie segment, um, I'm just gonna have this be the second one and the final one. But there was a quote at the beginning of the movie. What does it mean? Like, you can buy a dog, so you can do that. Like, I don't know what he like. Is he saying you can't buy a happy dog because you can? You like I don't I don't know what it means. That's it. I'm done complaining about things, but that was it for me. I have no idea.